What's up, guys? It's a Saturday, and I'm making a video, and it's not a pay-per-view preview. That's because this Q&A had a question that happens later tonight, the Heisman Trophy. So I figured, why not? I'll just make it right now, and then you can send more questions, and it'll be back for the regular time. So like I said, the Heisman's tonight. It's about 2 o'clock right now, and I think it's at 6 our time. I don't know, so I'll try to upload this before, but if I don't remember, it'll be up sometime. So yeah, let's get right into it. My man, Mr. Germain, 418, is the one that asked that question. First question: who do you think will win the Heisman? RG3, Robert Griffin III. The things that man does is ridiculous. Some of his late game heroics towards the end of this year. I mean, you look at the other guys. Teron Matthew, my homie. Trent Richardson, not really a fan. Don't really care. These are all wig. These guys are all great, but just not a big fan of Trent Richardson. I don't know. I don't really like Alabama that much. I don't know. Don't really like LSU that much either. But gotta be down with the Honey Badger. I like Andrew Luck. Jake hates Andrew Luck. Who cares? But yeah. And then your boy Monty Ball, touchdown machine. But I think it should be Robert Griffin III. And if it is not Robert Griffin III, we will riot. Well, I will riot, and you may riot with me. So who do I think will win Robert Griffin III? Who will win Robert Griffin III? I hope so. Number 2. Which bowl game is your team going to? The Virginia Tech Hokies are going to the Sugar Bowl against the Michigan Wolverines, which is hilarious because, as you guys know, I went on that trip to North Carolina to go to the ACC championship game. And basically, if they won, they go to the Orange Bowl. If they lost, I thought they would drop, out of the BCS. So once they lost, I was there all pissed. I'm on my flight. I had a layover in Chicago. And I checked my phone. The BCS Bowls come out. Virginia Tech goes to the Sugar Bowl. I was like, hell yeah. So that took away any sad feelings I had about that trip because they ended up at a better BCS Bowl, in my opinion. So they are going there. They play Michigan, and let's hope they don't play like they did when I was there. And do you think Oklahoma State should play LSU in the BCS title game instead of Alabama? Yes, I do. Ugh. I mean, it's just the BCS is so flawed. I mean, you look at 2 of the situations that stand out to me are, first off, the whole, like you said, Alabama, LSU, Oklahoma State. It's like basically the BCS said, okay, Alabama, you lost to LSU in the regular season. So at this point, you have one less game than everybody else. So by them losing and not being in the SEC championship, they had a week off to watch everyone else do their thing. So LSU had to go out and play Georgia. They won, of course, but if they would have lost, that looks ridiculous. And Oklahoma State puts an ass whooping down, and it's not enough to pass these the Alabama guys. Do I think Alabama, LSU are the 2 best teams? I don't know. I would have loved to see, Oklahoma State and that offense going to LSU to see how good that defense really is. Oklahoma State can put the ball in the end zone. So I'd have loved to see that. And then another instance is the only reason I pay attention to this is because people around here, well, not people around here, people live in the household are Michigan football fans that are from Detroit. So I look at Michigan State. Again, Michigan loses to Michigan State so they're not in the Big Ten title game. Michigan State gets beat by Wisconsin. All of a sudden, Michigan State, falls down. Michigan finds their way into the game against Virginia Tech. Is it a flawed system? You're damn right. Ugh. Anyway, so yes, I do think it should have been Oklahoma State. So salute to you. And one more from him. Sorry. Who do you think the 2012 belongs to? Jake. It's Jake. He's coming back. Or is he? Only one way to find out. But I really think it's Jericho. And my favorite thing that I've heard so far is People are like, it's not Jericho. He declined that it's him on Twitter. Really? You think really? You think Jericho's gonna go on Twitter? Hey guys, just so you know, I'm coming back on January 2nd, 2012. Oh shit, they've been showing videos of me coming back. Whoops, I didn't mean to say that. Of course he's not gonna say he's coming back, guys. He's gonna deny it till the cows come home. Where's the surprise factor if Jericho writes on Twitter, "See you on the 2nd"? Like, come on. But if not, it'll be the Undertaker. But it's Jericho. That's my gut feeling and prediction. So there you go. CK Randall 74, another frequent question asker. What is your favorite botch of all time? Psycho said breaking his leg. Um, Schleg Daddy, if you've watched Off the Rope Show, he gives you no choice but to have that as your favorite botch of all time because of his enthusiasm towards every time he hears it. It's just so funny to watch because the poor guy just, oh, it's just classic. That's all I can really say. Non-legit wrestling. Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble, and what returns do you think we will see at the Royal Rumble? I've narrowed down my winner to 3 guys, and it really depends on what some of them are planning on doing. I think it's either going to be Randy Orton. It's in St. Louis. You know, he's been out of the title picture for a few months now. By the time WrestleMania comes around, you kind of have the feeling that maybe, just maybe, in his contract for when he switched over, he had a little loophole in there that said, okay, I'll go to SmackDown, but I need to be in the title picture around WrestleMania. Just a thought, but I could see that happening. So he's definitely one of my options. Another one would be Wade Barrett, the way they're building him. He's on a big winning streak, so he could be headed towards something like that. But the guy I think, if I had to choose right now, I'd say Sheamus. Just because of the way they've been building him. Wade Barrett may be doing, well, your next question I'll ask. Orton, you never know what he's going to be doing. He could be feuding with anybody, but he's another strong one too. And Sheamus is another definitely big one. Maybe feud with Mark Henry like we've been thinking. Set that big thing up at WrestleMania. As far as returns go, maybe Kane, they'll save him for Royal Rumble. It won't so much be like a shock return because you know he's coming back at some points with the video packages. But I could see that. And then it's hard to say because you never know what, like Booker T and Kevin Nash came back. They were like 1 day things. And then Booker became an announcer and Kevin Nash came back like, clear not till SummerSlam. So it's hard to guess, but Kane, maybe Christian, I don't know. We haven't seen Christian on TV for a while. I know he had that injury. I don't know how legit any of that is, but they could, just make us forget about him for a while. He could come back and be kind of a mini return. Because I think if Jericho's going to be that. Maybe Undertaker. I don't know. I can't see him being in the Rumble, but that's just some of them. And also, there you go. Do you think the WWE is pushing Wade Barrett to have a possible match with Taker at WrestleMania? That's what I'm hearing a lot. And by the way they're building him, he has to be going up to something big. So I think we'll know more depending on who wins the Royal Rumble. Unless Randy Orton squashes that ass at TLC. Then forget everything I'm saying right now. But yeah, I could see it's iffy because it's 20-0 now. So it's like, it kind of is it's like a bigger deal. Like that's like the biggest thing at WrestleMania. How that wasn't the main event last year was, I mean, I guess it wouldn't have made sense to have The Rock come out, Rock Bottom Cena, and then wait for Undertaker to come out. But it's treated as like a bigger deal than the title nowadays. So I don't know. It's just I don't know if Wade Barrett's a big enough name, but maybe that's the best way to get him elevated to where they want him to be is put him in there and have him have a good showing. So I could see it. Maybe that's why he buried him at bragging rights. Yeah. So possible. IWO show best finisher ever. Woo. Ever again. Ever is a long time. And best is a big word, and finisher is a move. So if we throw that all in, 3 words, I'll give you 3 finishers I really like. I always like the tombstone. I remember when I was little, I saw the Undertaker hitting tombstones. It's like, what the hell? I like that a lot. Code breaker. I don't know what it is about the code breaker, but when Jericho started hitting the code breaker, I was like, yeah, bah, get out of here. And then the GTS. When the GTS is hit clean and well, it looks so sick. I mean, sometimes he hits them in like the gut, and you're like, oh, that was devastating. But if he gets it perfect on the chin, and it just looks nice. So There's three. I don't know what the best finisher ever is, but that's off the top of my head three that I like. Super Chasney 198. Worst idea / storyline ever. The worst idea was that whole Katie Vick segment. Like CM Punk said on the anniversary episode, if you don't know what I'm talking about, type it into YouTube and you'll wish you didn't. And also the anonymous Raw GM was a good one. That never happened. There was never an anonymous Raw GM. Forget I ever said that. The anonymous Raw GM, as well as the Undertaker versus Triple H at WrestleMania 17, did not happen. I was lying. Don't listen to me. So yeah, that's a fun one. There's been a lot of bad ones. So, whew, there's just some of them. Orton Straight Brother. Since in Miami, who would you want to see wrestle at Mania? Wade or LeBron? Oh, this guy right here. It is in Miami. The Heat do play in Miami. Miami is my favorite city in the country. I'm going to Miami on April 1st. WrestleMania is there April 1st. I'm going to WrestleMania. Hell yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, you know it. Who do I want to see wrestle? Definitely LeBron. I mean, LeBron straight up big, 6'9" or whatever the hell he is, 260 or whatever, just a bit like a truck. One of the fastest guys in the NBA, can jump out of the building. Could you picture him in a ring? He'd be jumping around, just going crazy. Now, basketball wise, this guy is my favorite player, has been for a long time. Believe it or not, I was down with the Heat before it was cool to be down with the Heat. Yeah, riddle me that one. But so definitely favorite player basketball wise, guy on the shirt. But I'd rather see wrestle LeBron. And I honestly read on like this, not spoilers, but like little websites that if the NBA lockout would have happened, they were really trying to get LeBron to get involved at Mania. So I want to see what on earth they would have had planned for him. But yeah, I'm gonna go with LeBron, and I will be at WrestleMania. So if any of you are at WrestleMania, or if any of you are watching on TV, I will try to be obnoxious enough to get on TV. Final set of questions. Rossi Bossy, 1987. What was the worst wrestling injury in the history of wrestling? Take it back up a few questions ago. Psycho said it's kind of hard for me to think of one off the top of my head that beats broken leg off the turnbuckle. So I would have to go with that one. That's my thing. And a lot of people are booing John Cena at the moment because of his character is becoming stale. Do you think it would be a good decision for the WWE to turn him heel? They probably won't just because of all the merchandise they would miss out on. Or do you think it would be a good idea to have him, to give him 3 months off after WrestleMania to give us a break from him? That way Cena could return at SummerSlam as a babyface and would feel more fresh. This is the big topic of conversation lately, the whole John Cena situation. I don't know. I mean, the heel turn, I think everyone wants it, but I don't know if it would be as like what everyone pictures it as. You know what I mean? So honestly, I think he just needs some time off. Like, no matter who it is, once they're gone for a while, it's like look at Kane. When Kane left, I didn't care about Kane. Kane came on, I was like, ooh, Jobber Kane. No one cares. Kane's been gone. They start showing these vignettes. Everyone's flipping a bitch. Like, whoa, Kane! Motherfuckers, that's my guy right there. I love Kane. Now, of course, he's come back with the mask. So people are more excited about that probably than actual Kane. But you get the idea. I mean, look back at even when Jericho got punted out. Like, when you go back to, like, I believe it was Night of Champions 2010, when he was in that six-pack challenge and he got eliminated in like 10 minutes, and everyone was kind of like, oh. Like, everyone was chanting Y2J because they thought it was going to be his last match or whatever, because that's what he had said. If he didn't win, he was quitting. But, I mean, at the time towards that time, like at SummerSlam, he was in that main event match, but, you know, he wasn't like the big deal. He was like down here. And now Jericho's come back, we're all freaking out again. So, even with Cena, give Cena a few months off, because it's just like, you see him so much, just like the same stuff every night. So if you gave him some time off, I mean, I'll admit I'd probably start missing him after a while. I'd be like, oh, that dumbass needs to come back. You know what I mean? So I would probably go with the second one. Give him a break, see what works, see what happens when he comes back. But the hard part with that is, when John Cena is not on the show, like it happened a couple times when he was fired or whatever, the show just felt weird. It's like it's their own fault for building up one major star. But at least now, hopefully, CM Punk can come along and fill that void a little bit, to where if they needed to give John Cena some time off, it's possible. So that's my answer to that one. That pretty much wraps this Q. It doesn't pretty much wrap it up. It wraps that crap up. Q&A numero 8. Like always, continue to ask more questions in the comments, and also, if you feel the need, answer these yourself. The Cena situation's a big one. You guys tell me what you think about that. Worst idea, storyline ever, best finisher ever. Tell me your Rumble winners, who you think's gonna winning. What the favorite botch, what Wade Barrett's doing. By the time I post this, the Heisman might have already been happened, but so I won't. You can answer it. You can say Andrew Luck, because Andrew Luck won. He's like, God damn it. And yeah, anything you want to respond to on here, go for it. Leave your comments down here for more questions in the future. I really appreciate, because there's a core group that always asks questions. I appreciate that. And I want you guys to keep doing that. But hey, if you're watching this, you've never asked a question before, you're thinking, hey, I always watch these Q&As. I want to ask something. Do it, damn it. You heard me. But yeah, so that pretty much does it. Subscribe up. Oh my god, I always use my left hand. It's up here. God damn it. Subscribe up there. Like this video. Again, leave your comments below. Send us some questions. And it always ends. Let's do it together again. Whoop, whoop, ba-da-da. Good night from the Tree of Woe Show. I'll see you on Monday with the giveaway. Good night.